arcade sucks!
Welcome back to Sonic Mania. We are here in Sonic Mania Studiopolis zone. I used to know where 3 special stage rings were for this, but now I just don't. So I've forgotten where the last there's like one like right here at the beginning of the stage that you can get, and I don't remember where it is, how to get it at all. I don't know how I forgot that and how I blocked it from my memory, but it is what it is. I guess that's because I'm always stuck to like so many daggum different routes when I play Sonic Mania. I'm always like very, and I am gonna try to change that up for this playthrough, but I don't know for sure. We'll see what happens. Knowing me, I'm just gonna be like, you know what? Play the game how I usually do. I'm gonna be like, I need to play the game exactly as it was intended. And I'm glad we got that bubble shield. Oh, controversial take, but I like Act 2's music more than Act 1's. Act 1's is really good, don't get me wrong. And I hear it a lot. I hear it a lot. But, man, it's just not Act 2. You know, it's just not Act 2. And there we go. Hit that. Now we're going to get our last Chaos Emerald. Now, this one, you can actually catch in Mach 2. A lot of people don't know this, but you can catch it in Mach 2. And as you can also see, the UFO starts off in a completely different area than you, which is, I think, a super cool touch. I think that's just such a cool, like, little feature that, like, you know, is just, like, not really talked about, I guess. But this level, aside from, like, 2 or 3 areas, is completely borderless and has no borders on it. So you really want to watch your step where you're going. But that's why I say you can catch this thing in Mach 2. If you know where you're going, so this is where some of the borders are, as you can see here. If you know where you're going and what you're doing, in Mach 2, you can make a really nice skip that will net you the Chaos Emerald. So this, and then this, and boom. That'll net you the Chaos Emerald, and you can do that. Super easy. Don't even have to be there for that much time. You don't even need that much rings. But there we go. We can cruise through the rest of the game. We got all the Chaos Emeralds. It wasn't even that hard. And anybody that was goofing on my Shadow Generations gameplay, you're wrong. I'm good at Sonic, okay? But anyway, and we'll do Super Sonic later. I'm only probably gonna use him for boss fights and stuff, but maybe I'll use him if I happen to have some trouble with some stages or whatever. I'll use him. I don't usually use Super Sonic too much in this game. As much as I love his sprite work in this game, it's amazing. It's probably one of my favorite Sonic sprites of all time. And I will say this, as much as I love Sonic 3 and Knuckles, I do love the Super Sonic sprite more in this game than I do in Sonic 3 and Knuckles. I like Sonic 3 and Knuckles' Super Sonic sprite, but I do think it looks a little bulky. A little, I don't know. I like the bulkiness of the Sonic 3 sprite in general, the Sonic 3 like base Sonic sprite. But when it comes to Super Sonic, I think it just looks so strange. And I can't really put my finger on why that is. But I've never really been able to, you know, pinpoint that. But that is what it is, you know. I'm not here to complain about Sonic's quills or whatever. You know, it's just a preference. Who cares? I'm not here to, you know, do all that. But anyway, let's get into this. The first hard-boiled heavy fight against I don't actually know their names. I don't actually know their names, but it is what it is. We should move. Now this is a really cool boss. This is kind of what this kind of follows. I wouldn't say, would I say this is the advanced formula? I don't know. Is that weird to say? But this follows the like advanced formula, Sonic Advance formula, where you're in a continuously moving arena with you know, a boss, and you're continuously moving to defeat him and doing, you know, different ways. But I think this is one of the only bosses that does do it though, so I'm not 100% sure. It's been a while, so I'm gonna have to see. I think so. I think this is the only boss that does it, and it's probably my favorite hard-boiled heavy boss fight, to be honest with you. But also, as you can hear, the music phenomenal, like always. It's not, you know, it's not just some tune that you're jamming out to, you know, you just, oh yeah. But the objective here, obviously, is, if you haven't caught on yet, the blue ones you want to run into, the red ones you don't want to run into. So you want to roll into the red ones or the blue ones, and that will cause the missile to fire back up and it will hit them. So obviously it'll show you what order they're coming into based on how they're stacked when he shoots them out of the bazooka. You do want to be careful though. Oh my frick, please. So you want to make sure, like I said, that you are rolling as soon as you get up onto them. There we go. I did not want to lose my rings, bro. I was like, if I lose my rings, it's over for real. I don't care about losing my shield, but and another interesting thing about this game, you can actually do a Sonic 1 and actually like go off screen if you want. And some people do that here, but me, I like to see them on the edge of the screen here. You know, I like to see them boom, boom, boom as I get there, and then Sonic wagging his little finger. You know, it's a just cool little detail that I love. I love seeing. You know, that's just me. But anyway, Act 2. I'm gonna let y'all listen to the music for a little bit while I play the game. Yeah, and I collect some thoughts. Yep. So that's the music. Like, sorry. Oh, my voice is a little hoarse today because I was doing a dub for Sonic X Shadow Generations, and I was Black Doom. If you know what Black Doom sounds like, then you'll know my throat is in immense pain right now. But that is besides the point. This is you know, I prefer the act music of this game compared to. I do not want to jump in there. I'm just gonna jump over. There we go. I just wanted to do the little platforming. I always get stuck in there, and I'm like, bro, I don't want to do that. But hold on. Okay, sorry about that. Quick edit there. I had to do something real quick. And anyway, also, if you come back here, so first of all, there's a little spinny thing, but if you come back here, you can actually net you some invincibility and super speed at the same time, and we can actually fight Eggman just a little bit with this invincibility, and then I'm going to go into Supersonic, because I can't be asked with this boss fight, low-key. If you wait for him to come down, oh my frick, I'm still going quick. Hold up. Boom, 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 boom. Boom. Okay. Oh, never mind. I didn't even need to use Supersonic. Doot, 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 doot. But yeah. The game, bro. The game is just so good. I freaking love this game, man. I can't be asked. And then Flying Bat. I remember when they announced Flying Battery, man. I was like, they brought this back. But Flying Battery, I will say, is a stage that I really enjoy in this game. I know a lot of people feel a certain way about this game, but for me, it's like, oh man, this is just great, bro. This is just great. I honestly do think I prefer this version over the OG version of it in Sonic 3 and Knuckles. I will say that, because I went back and played Sonic 3 and Knuckles' version of Flying Battery. I was like, I could be playing Sonic Mania's version right now. Like, this just does not feel as good. I also think the music has significantly improved, even though it's the same exact tune. I just think it's better here. Now this area, you're gonna want to be careful, because if you don't, you're gonna die. And you just heard that freaking loser die. You heard him just jump for. He's like, take me, sweet death, and then just freaking jump down there and die. That's why he's a loser. But I will say, look, as much as I hate on Tails, as much as I'm a Tails hater and I'm a Tails slanderer, and you guys don't want to listen to me because of that, look. I'm an honest man. That's what I always am. I'm an honest man. I would never lie to y'all. Y'all know that. Unless I needed to. But I will give Tails props where props is due. He is a lot better in this game and more useful in this game than he has ever been in any other Sonic game. I will say that. Tails pulls his weight. And if it is true that Sonic Mania takes place in a different alternate universe, then this version of Tails I would be friends with, because he is obviously a lot better. Look, he's keeping up with me. He knows when to do what he's told. He can fly. You know, you can tell him what to do. Look at that. He's keeping up with me. He's not stupid. Look at that. This man, this little buddy here, he knows what to do. He is pulling his weight. Look, he's even catching up. He's keeping up with me. Now what I can do is, oh, never mind. I don't even need to do that. Never mind. I don't need that loser. There we go. We can just keep up the tail slander. Oh, frick. We're going so slow. Oh, okay. There we go. Grab those. And then go through here. Oh yeah, so there is something that you can do here if you have the lightning shield equipped, because as you have the lightning shield equipped, you can actually still get the lightning shield effect. So I'm gonna use Supersonic here just for a second to come up here and grab these extra rings. Now there is no way to deform out of Supersonic. I would need a mod for that, which, like I said, this is the PlayStation version, so you can't mod this version of the game. But we are going to go ahead and use him because this boss fight anyway is kind of stupid. It's not... I will say this. The boss fights in this game, they're your traditional Sonic boss fights, you know, mini bosses and whatnot. They're not really bad. I will say this one is probably meh. It's not as bad as Press Gardens, that's for sure. It's not as bad as Press Gardens, but it is still pretty meh. At least Press Gardens Act 1 boss, mini boss, I should say, the mini boss. That one's genuinely the worst one because it's so freaking easy. But it also, if you play it without Supersonic, it takes so long. It's just so boring. That is literally one of the worst mini bosses. Like Sega has it. I wouldn't even say Sega, just in the Sonic series ever. All right, now Tails is gonna go the opposite way and die because he's a loser. I saw that even before the title screen could hit the title. But yeah, nah, man, this game, so many memories with it. And I do think in my old channel, the old Butterdude9 channel, the channel that will not be mentioned, but I just mentioned it anyway. I don't have any shame over mentioning the old channel. It's just an old channel. I mean, it's literally just my personal channel now. Sorry, Butterdude9 is dead now. This is the Baraspi era, you know what I'm saying? You know, with the more subs and the better personality and the better energy. Just everything about him is better now. You know, he's not depressed as frick. Now, a fun little thing you can do here is you can do this. Now, destroying these things doesn't really do anything except for prevent these lightning. Now, if you're not careful, this lightning will actually destroy or hurt you. But since we are in the lightning shield, it will not hurt us. So, you can also just take out the guy that's right there. These don't net you any points or anything. I just like destroying them because it's fun. It appeases my ADHD. Very satisfying. We love it. And you do want to be careful. There is a little bit of a wind out here as it's storming on the flying battery zone. You know, it's storming, and that's no good, as Sonic would say. But yeah, this Act 2 completely flipped everything on its head, and I think this is a really good Act 2 as well. I think, like I said, I think if a lot of games like Sonic Mania were made, and I think Sonic Mania definitely did set a precedent for fan games going forward. Because, I mean, look at Sonic and the Fallen Star. Look at Sonic Triple Trouble. Both of those games, amazing. I will say that the level design in Sonic and the Fallen Star is pretty good, but it's not the best. It definitely has its problems that, you know, we can obviously talk about, which I'm not going to. I'll talk about that kind of if I do replay that game, if you guys want me to replay that game. And I replay it. I'll talk about it more there. But I think you know, as it has a little bit of issues, it's not perfect, but it's still pretty good. Now, Sonic Triple Trouble 16-bit has perfect level design. It has a lot of gimmicks that are incredibly fun, and it really felt like as I was playing that, I was playing Sonic 4. It felt like I was playing a real Sonic 4, and it felt like I was playing something that is kind of like the spiritual successor to Mania in a weird way. It felt like a Mania 2, almost. It really did. It felt like I was playing Sonic Mania 2 with the way that they introduced these gimmicks like this, and the, you know, the wind and the blowing and all this stuff. The way it did it, and it did it so seamlessly, perfectly, to a point that it didn't feel excessive or annoying. And I think that's something about Superstars that, although I personally like Superstars, I think there was a problem with Superstars where Superstars was fun, and I thought that the level design was pretty good. But the one big problem I personally had with Superstars was it was really, really gimmicky. And as a result, freaking glitch, they need to patch that, bro. Mania devs, if you're watching this, patch that. I know it's been years, but patch it, bro. Oh my frick. Anyway, I know it's been years since I know it's been, you know, a while since Superstars has been out, and I think we're in that kind of grace period where we can kind of talk bad about that game, but I know a lot of people thought it was mid anyway. So, you know, what is the point? I am going to use Supersonic here only because this boss fight isn't hard or anything, but it will go by a lot faster for Supersonic, especially because he has the boost, the boosted speed, the boosted jump height. Everything is just smoother when you live in Sonic Mania land, Supersonic land. So yeah, this is a really fun boss though. I really like this boss. I think it's a really unique boss, and I think it's really, really fun. But I do think that like as I was saying before, I got, you know, interrupted by the boss and stuff. I do think Superstars had good level design, but I felt like the gimmicks felt really, really, really just forced. It felt like when you got to an area that had gimmicks, it's like, oh my gosh, another gimmick, or oh my gosh, another one of these things, or whatever. Like it just really felt like so forced as you were playing it. And I really think that, you know, Superstars just kind of fell flat on that area where this game does it so seamlessly. But anyway, I think that's going to be it. I'll see you guys in Press Garden, which is my favorite new stage in this game. And we'll talk more there, I guess. But yeah, that's all from me.